Welcome, entire team, to IELTS Energy. How are you guys?
Great.
Doing great. How are you?
Great. We are having a group conversation today, guys. This is amazing listening practice, not just for the exam, but for real life. And we're going to talk about an actual topic that is on IELTS all the time. And it's kind of a rare topic, right? This isn't something I talk about all the time, but you might be asked about it on IELTS. Aubrey, what are we talking about today?
Yes, there's a question asking what handmade gifts you've received. And I have asked this in mock speaking tests, and students are like, I've never received a handmade gift. That doesn't work. That can't be your answer.
Not work. Not long enough.
Exactly. And I think, come on, like everybody has. I think maybe we are interpreting this too narrowly. Like nobody's ever made me a piece of furniture by hand or something, but everybody's had like a card or a note even, right?
Sure.
So
yes.
What are some examples of handmade gifts that you guys have received?
Yeah, I think you're right that to think about what kids have made you, because that's what they can do. They don't have money.
That's what I was thinking
so they
too.
make something handmade. They draw you a card. They make you something out of cardboard, right? All of that counts. If you have a niece, a nephew, a grandkid,
yes,
that counts.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's when my niece makes a little drawing, or used to when she was younger, on construction paper and crayons. It's actually really nice. I never thought it would be, but I love it.
It's so sweet, right?
So cute.
Also, I think just for students, this is a strategy where, like, if you can't immediately think of a handmade gift you've received, just think back. What have you made? Like, what have you written or drawn and given somebody? And then you could just pretend somebody gave it to you. Like, at least it's something to talk about. So here's a question. When you guys were little, did you guys ever make handwritten coupons for your parents?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I wonder if this is something that happens in all cultures. Michelle, can you tell us about that?
It's basically like, we'll give you like one hug, like one early bedtime, and it's like tickets, and you can give them, something, and then your parents can use it. Or, I know I haven't done it, but in relationships, people can also do, it can do this, or I guess you could really do it with anybody, but why not?
Did you guys do that when you were little? Lindsay, did you ever do that for your parents?
Well, I still kind of did. I like to hand make stuff for my family. Not exactly the same thing, but I made them like a gratitude jar. You buy the jar, obviously. I'm not making a jar, but then create the thing in construction paper so that they can make their own. So kind of involving a little bit of handmade and a little bit of commercial to create a personalized gift. I still like to do that kind of thing for my parents.
Some of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's all, you know what?
Because I know they don't
thinking
care
of so many
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
I did the coupons for James last Easter. I put because he gets so much candy, right? So instead of putting candy in every little egg you hide around the house, I put coupons like that, 30 minutes of YouTube, whatever you want, or
cool.
one chance to say no if I tell you to turn off the TV.
That's really, that's so fun. I bet he loves that.
We did that in a nativity once. We had this house at Christmas time when it's counting down until Christmas. And usually they open the little pocket and there's a candy. And we did stuff like that, where it was go see Christmas lights as a family, or whatever. It would be events or activities on each little paper. It was so fun to make it. And they were so excited to open it every night. It was so fun.
So do people use it? Do people remember that they have this gift in July? Let's say it's a Christmas gift. They have it in July. Does it get lost somewhere under the bed, or do kids remember they have it and bring it out and use it all year? That's my question.
I do have coupon books that are unused from years and years ago. It's to, clear the table or do the dishes for mom. And so they made it 10 years ago, and it's still on my
cash in on that. Go find it.
I need to.
But that's such a good question, Lindsay. I think I never followed through with my own coupons or other people's coupons past a week.
Right.
I don't remember my parents ever actually using any of the little coupons I gave them.
It's the thought that counts. But
So,
also
yeah,
baked
like,
goods, right? If you think about if you've ever made cookies to give to someone, that's a handmade gift, right?
Yeah,
That would
that's a
totally
good
count.
point.
Cooking.
Or, you know, if you've ever received
Or-
that, that totally counts too.
Or even if it counts like a lot of like photo things now, you know, like there's so many things.
Yeah.
So like get a photo on a blanket. I've done that for
Yeah.
family and things like that. Like it doesn't have to be that you like knitted everything, and you know, it can just be
Right.
something like that as well.
Yep.
I think.
Are you guys crafty? Like, are you good at like making things to give
No
to
way.
people?
No
Are none
way.
of us crafty?
I have done that. I've made I used to make these toys. I would sew fabric to make like this round ball and put jingle bells in it. And then it had like ribbons on it to
Oh.
grab.
Oh, that's cool.
Back when I was like home with a million kids and had time to
Oh my
sew while they're napping or
Million
whatever.
kids.
I don't do it much
Oh.
anymore, but
Yeah.
but it is
What
special
about-
when you can
so-
give something you made by hand.
Okay, so
Totally.
that's the next question, right? Because like if students get this topic in part 2 and they have to speak about this gift for 2 minutes, you can't only describe the gift for 2 minutes.
Right.
Like that's only going to take you so
Mm.
far. So where else can we move from that? I think an interesting direction would be to talk about why this matters. Like, why do we speak so fondly about these presents that nobody used? Right? Like I got so
Mhm.
excited to remember the coupons. And then Lindsay said, does anybody use them? And I'm like, no. Then why are they so special? Like, why are these handmade gifts so
Yeah.
special?
It's true
Yeah.
because you feel so special. You feel really cared about. It's the same with like a surprise party. Someone puts in all this effort. You feel so much more loved and cared about when someone's making you handmade gifts, right? And then you guys
Totally.
can use great idioms like to feel on cloud 9. You just feel
Yeah.
so great because someone took that extra time. It's easy to buy a present.
Ugh.
It takes a lot of
Yeah,
time
it's-
sometimes to make something handmade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
and I think that you can also like share a story, like if you're the one who made it, like how did you make it or why did you make it, or like I mean for me, I mean I'm also thinking like my mom made for my like every time she has a a new grandchild, she makes like, do you know those like cross stitch things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, not cross stitch, latch hook rug.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Where you
yeah.
tie the thing. Yeah. She always like makes one of those. So
Oh, that's
like
cool.
for my son, she made one with like trains and cars and like because he loves
Oh,
that. And like
cute.
and for my other nephew when he was when my nephew on that side, when he was born, she made him a thing with like penguins because they always talked about penguins. And
Oh,
like,
that's so
that's cute.
sweet.
you can share like, you know, the
Totally.
story, like why did she make
Totally.
it of penguins, and like why did that, and like how did she make it, and like, and my mom it's funny because she would laugh hysterically if I called her crafty. I mean, there are stories like there are so many stories that are like epic. My mom's stories about like not being good at crafts. Sorry, mom, but she's good at this. And so it really shows a lot that when she like makes it. So like, there you go. Like I've
That's
told
so
a story with it.
Well, and to talk about
Yeah.
keepsakes,
Yeah.
like why do we
Yeah.
keep certain things, and
Yeah.
why are we more likely to want to keep something that someone made by hand?
yes.
I just thought of a really cool example of this actually, because this is something that I just saw yesterday that I'd forgotten about. When James and I went to see my parents, my stepdad has this really adorable habit of like writing little notes on Post-its and
Aw.
putting them around the house.
Oh.
And so like he did this because he wasn't going to be home when James and I got there. So he wrote like 6 different messages all around
Aw.
the house. And one of them was like, see you tomorrow for waffles. And
Oh,
just
that's
like,
so cute.
it's so cute. And so I saved all of these Post-it notes and like I kept them in my jewelry box upstairs. Like I just saw them
Aw.
yesterday. And when you see this, like something again, all of a sudden
Yeah.
you experience the same warm fuzzies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
because we're all online all the time nowadays, emailing,
Yeah.
everything is so broad and kind of impersonal. That's why it's so much more special now than maybe in the 80s or the 70s that it would have been.
When it was more
Yeah.
common. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true.
exactly. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Like don't get a gift card. Don't, buy
Yes.
a gift card or whatever, have something sent from Amazon that you never even see in person. But if
I
somebody
totally did
takes
that.
the time to like color one little picture for you, it means so much more than like $100 gift.
Yeah, that's why I always get that from my parents because they don't want stuff. Like they don't care.
Yeah.
It means nothing to them to get a new lamp or a new rug. Like they don't care. They would much rather have something.
What do you make for them? I
just
can't
like
remember.
all sorts of little, like I mentioned, a gratitude type of jar, just different like little projects, little crafts that are sentimental, or any photo combination of things. They just don't want stuff. You know, they don't need any more stuff. Who does?
Yeah, my best friend, she was asking us to be, it's a group of 3 of us, and she was asking us to be like the maid and matron of honor at her wedding. And she made us instead of just asking us, she made us like a little photo book with we grew up together. So she made us this whole book. And at the end, she asked them obviously I'm never going to throw that away. It was very sweet. It's the warm, fuzzy feeling. I myself may have made a handmade gift or two. Because Dan and I like to travel, and I got a fake little passport, and I put it in a jar, and I decorated the jar, and then I took a deck of cards, and I wrote nice things about him on every card, and
that's
I'm not crafty, but I'm nice, and
thoughtful. Yeah,
I can think of things like that. So I
creative.
But it's funny because the passport is very realistic looking. So I remember
that's awesome.
Once my mom was over and she was like, "You really shouldn't leave your passport out there." And I was like, "It's not a real passport."
That's hilarious.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I just want to call students' attention to all of the amazing vocabulary words that we have used naturally in this conversation. Students are always asking, how can I get amazing vocabulary for a 7 or higher on IELTS? And it's from unscripted, natural conversations like this, even if you're watching TV and movies, those are scripted, but it's a great way to get vocabulary. Unscripted stuff like this, though, is golden, guys. And we actually have this whole service, Conversations and Coffee. It's amazing. You have a lesson every week. We pull out vocabulary from every conversation with definitions and sentences, and there's listening quizzes. So, guys, this will definitely help you on IELTS. It'll give you that vocab you need for a 7 or higher. And it's awesome for listening. So guys, check out Conversations and Coffee. Go to allearsenglish.com/fast. That's FAST. All right, guys. Thank you for talking about this weird but common IELTS topic today.
Great topic today.
So
thanks, guys. Take care.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.